What's up, guys? Chasing Langley here with episode 161 of The Journey, and today we're back in the Champions League with Liverpool. We're headed for Dortmund, so like, subscribe, ring the bell, and let's see if we can get some points. So last time we met was this 5-0 win against St Gallen in the Champions League. Since then we've played Southampton in the League 1 2-0, played Burton in the League Cup and won 4-2 with the reserves out. And then we've played Aston Villa in the Premier League and drawn 2-2 to bring us to today's game, which is against Borussia Dortmund. As I said, for the next episode, we'll jump forward a bit more. We'll play Eintracht Frankfurt, and we'll then go and play Blackburn because, well, unless you guys really want to see the Carabao Cup quarter-final, they should be recording in real time by then, hopefully. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, let's just get into this game against Dortmund, see if we can keep up our largely unbeaten season. Our lineup today is going to be Ali Bear in goal. I know Marcelo is fit. I've just sort of decided that Ali Bear is going to be our cup goalkeeper this year. We've got Alexander-Arnold right back. We've got Diamande, Figueroa and Dorgu, Caicedo, Lavia, Bargi, Szoboszlai, Rego and Wirtz. We've got Marcelo, Enrique, Diem, Del Moro, Eidinger, Gravenberch, Camino, Elliott, Doak, Giovanni, Takamoto, and Osimhen on the bench. I know Eugene Gould is missing out. I'm very sorry, but I just couldn't find a spot for him on the bench that felt logical. We've actually got some players who are fit for a change, so I thought we'd make use of having him around. It's not like Eugene Gould's not playing football. He is getting in the team every so often, or coming off the bench every so often. He is getting his development time. The media are giving you a lot of credit lately. Go out there and put on a worthy display. Job done. And we will send them out to Dortmund to go and get some kind of result, we hope. It's a pretty strong Dortmund side, I will say. And you expect it to be, but I think we have got enough about us to get a result here. We've been playing really well. As I said, we've only lost one game all season, which was against Atletico Madrid. It's not to say this won't be a second loss of the season. Of course, it is Dortmund. It is the Champions League. Absolutely anything is possible. But I would like to think that we can get a result because we have just been on such a good run of form. The big problem we've had, as I've said in the last episode, is that goal scoring has been a problem against bigger teams. I know we put 5 past St Gallen, but with respect to them, they're sort of a championship level side. I'd expect us to score lots of goals against them, whereas big teams, and even our fellow Premier League teams, are really struggling to find goals. We'll be dominating on the XG chart, but we just won't be converting those chances into goals. It's becoming a real issue. If I get any money at all in January, I'm going to just try and find a striker. I'm going to go for the best striker I can find, out-and-out striker, and we'll make the best of it. But for now, it's been a quiet game. We're almost 20 minutes in, and so far, nothing has happened. So it's now with Dortmund. They're giving the ball away, though. Lavia to Diamande. Diamande goes forward for Rooney. Bargi goes back to Diamande, and we are going to go and try and build an attack from the back, as we often do. Giving the ball away, though. It's now Jatta on the ball for Dortmund. Kovniak into the box for Jatta, and, well, that's gone well. That's, hopefully get called back for offside, but I've just got a feeling it won't because I know how my luck is with VAR at the moment. It has been disallowed. That's nice. And we will try, I guess, to reset and get ourselves back into the charge for the game. I apologise for keep rubbing my eye. For some reason, I'm hay fevery. I don't know why, but there we go. That's life. And well, we'll try and get ourselves a result. So, back into play before I can even take a breath. Rego on the ball now for us, running up against the Dortmund defence. Making a lot of progress down this near side, which is beautiful to see. Cuts it back for Caicedo, who should have arguably done better with that shot. I know it was on his left foot, but he should have arguably done much better with it. We are looking like we're in the ascendancy, though, which is good. As Rooney Bargi cuts inside for Lavia. Back for Trent. Forward for Wirtz. Wirtz should be able to get the ball over. Plays it back to Rooney Bargi. He's going to cut inside. Has a pop. And frankly, probably not his best. And weird that he'd take that shot on his right foot because he is left-footed. And it would have made more sense. But, I'm not a top-class footballer. I can't pretend I know better. But I probably do. Anyway, Dorgo and Rego combining. Lavia to Rego to Caicedo with a shot, a low daisy cutter from outside the box. Beautiful. It says 25-yard screamer on the commentary. That was not, by any definition, a screamer. That was a classic daisy cutter. It was beautiful, but let's not pretend that was screaming. That was bobbling. That was bobbling through, went through the defender's legs. Keeper was unsighted. We've got the goal. I'm not going to complain about the fact we've scored a goal, but let's not try calling that a screamer. And well, we're looking good. It's half time. It's 1-0. That crept up on me. And the media have given us a lot of credit lately. Go put on a worthy display. It feels like the shout, but I am going to grab Szoboszlai and Rooney and just have a little chat. Like, you've not been good enough so far. Get it together. And hope the second half looks a little bit better for us. So first subs that they are on, it's Ben Doak coming on the right wing for Rooney Bargi. Szoboszlai makes way for Osimhen. Wirtz drops back. And I know I just said that we've not been getting the best of this game, but also I've just noticed that Dortmund haven't had a single shot on goal yet. So perhaps we've been better than I think we have. As Rego is back to Lavia, looking for Wirtz, can't find him. Caicedo is there though. He'll try and take another shot on goal here. I've got no doubt, and probably shouldn't. But you live and learn. I am probably going to take Rego off in a second just because he's tiring. I've got options on the bench to replace him. Figueroa goes back to Dorgu. Dorgu for Caicedo now. Caicedo making another move forward. Can we get something going here? Trent, through ball goes in for Doak. Doak scores off the bench. First goal of the season, which feels mad because he's been in the team. But Ben Doak has scored. We are 2-0 up against against Dortmund. And I am going to make a change while I think about it. I am going to send in... I think we're going to send in Takamoto to be the replacement there. And I might actually, in a second, swap the two wingers around so they can play as inside forwards. Because, as I think about this, Doak is right-footed. Takamoto is left-footed. They're playing as inside forwards. I probably want them with their best foot on the inside. Not that they use it, because we've learnt that the hard way today with Rooney Bargi. But in theory, that is how it should work. They've got a corner against us, which could lead to Dortmund's first shot on goal of the game. That'd be interesting. And it's going to. Jatta's going to take it. That is a shot on goal, and it's come off the woodwork. So, you know, it's not looking like they're doing their best work. I am to start to make the other two substitutions when we get a break in play as well, because I've noticed some players are tiring, as Kofnek plays the ball back to Ekberg. Ekberg goes across for Chadi Riyad, and it's cleared by Lavia. Osimhen to Wirtz. Wirtz goes out wide for Ben Doak. Can we get something going here? Ball through to Lavia, given away, and now we're on the back foot again as Jatta runs at three defenders who apparently cannot tackle him. Figueroa puts a foot in and just passes the ball back to him. We are back on the ball. Takamoto now having a run at the Dortmund defence. Can he create something from this? He's going around the hard way. Does manage to cut it through three defenders. Beautiful. Lavia through to Osimhen. Back to Lavia again. Out wide for Doak. Very overhit ball. Bit of a wayward pass. Back to Lavia. Lavia across goal. Osimhen off the defender. And now Yankuto is going to come running back at us. We're going end to end here. We're playing basketball. Mika Marmol on the ball. Through to Jatta. This has got to end in a goal as a highlight because it's just too long not to. You all know how FM works by now. Jatta going to the edge of the box is going to... It's not going to end in a goal. It's going to end in one of the worst pieces of attacking play I've ever seen. Good stuff. So last two subs then. Eidinger at left back. Harvey Elliott on as the box-to-box for Dorgo and Lavia. Just trying to keep them fresh, to be honest, because we've got a lot of games coming up in a very short period of time, and I want to make sure that I'm rotating my squad as best I can, especially in a game like this, where it's largely over, bar the shouting. We are just waiting for the final whistle or a third goal, I suppose. But I can't see this one going any other way than being a Liverpool win. We continue our run, and things are looking pretty prosperous, if I'm honest, here in Liverpool, or here for Liverpool. We're in Dortmund. You know what I mean? Things are looking good for us this season. That's what's important. We are still chasing that up top. We're going to say, well then, lads, good win. All that positive energy stuff to keep the players on side. And we now sit second in the group stage table. Bayern are the only undefeated team in the Champions League, which is very interesting. And probably a sign that things will be closer this season than usual. Trent has been suspended, which is lovely to see. And as I said at the start of the episode, our next time back will be back in Germany for Eintracht Frankfurt. And then, hopefully, as I said, that'll be the last episode I have to pre-record before I move house, so that we are able to tackle Villa and or Blackburn next. We might double-head it. Let me know. We'll see. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. Let's wrap up the episode. I have, as always, been Chasing Lamely. Always a pleasure to have you here. Do, as I said, like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave your comments down below, all that good stuff. And until next time, thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a good one.